What's up, everybody? It's your girl Nita, your favorite diva. Hey, ya queen, Yolanda. Hey, Daria. It's your girl Nita, your favorite diva, and I am back. And I have a panel of people with me, y'all, today to keep me on track. We are doing rap shit. Make sure we're all streaming at the same time, but make sure you come and support all of the divas, okay? Tamika's Den, EJ the TV junkie, and of course the diva. So make sure you are hitting the like button on the screen, and we're gonna go ahead and get into it. First of all, I need to know, did y'all watch season one? Or y'all just taking this for what we're giving you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know some of our subscribers will come to a show just because we recommended it. So let me know whether or not, if that is the case. Hey, William Lawrence, Relax and Chill TV. Y'all make sure y'all are liking up the video. Get us into the algorithm. What Moochie say? Hit the like. Hit the share. Get us in the algorithm, y'all. I'm about to bring my ladies up. I have, like I said, your girl EJ, and then I also have Tamika's Den. So let me get the format up where I can start sharing my girls. Okay. You see all my girls? Hey, girls.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
I'm so glad that we are doing this
Yeah,
because I actually like this show. Like,
I do
what what
too.
what did we do? We did something that we didn't really quite enjoy, but we just kind of did it because what was the show to make it?
Oh, run the world.
Run the world, yes. But this one,
Yes.
I'm here for it. This one I'm here for. When I tell you, I had some chuckles and some kikis in
Mm-hmm.
these two episodes, especially the first episode. The first episode
Yeah,
was hilarious to me.
yeah. This
Oh,
show
but
cracks me up. I know I enjoyed the first season. I was doing reviews on it, and I was like, okay, I was happy when they got a season two. Then I was like, Dad, when it got pushed back because it really was supposed to come in August, but then we had all the,
the
strike going on and
strike
all
and
that.
everything,
Yeah.
yes.
So I enjoyed it. I was here for it.
Yes, it was really, really good. So, EJ, are you here or
Yep,
no?
I'm back. Sorry.
Okay. Hello. Do
Hey
you want to give
y'all.
your take on it? I'd love to hear what you think.
Just about the first couple episodes. I enjoyed them. I thought these episodes were pretty good. I actually liked the show when it first came out. I thought it was a interesting way for them to do the show. So
Hmm.
I liked how different and unique it was with the social media and kind of incorporating all that. I thought it was kind of dope. So I was happy to see it come back. So I like these two episodes
Mhm.
though. I'm ready for more.
Well, for me, I think that was a minus for me. All the social media, even though I know our life is consumed with social media,
Yeah.
looking on screens, but I feel like it doesn't translate to TV. So in season one, I was just like, I don't like that they just got the screens up on the, you know what I'm saying? So that was like my little complaint because, I'm a Gen Xer. So, I mean, I'm okay with it, but I just felt like it was overly done. So I'm glad that they pulled back, even though we had a couple of things going on with the
Mhm.
lives and the text messages. It wasn't so. Yeah, I mean, I didn't like it. I didn't like it in season one. That was one of my only complaints. I really liked the storyline. The storyline was great,
Mhm.
but I just didn't like that aspect of it or whatever. So
It took me a minute to get used to that part, but I didn't think that they overdid it, at least so far in these first two episodes. But I can understand why they probably incorporated so that the younger people, that's something that they
true.
are going to relate to,
Mhm.
seeing
And I
all of
knew
it.
exactly why they did it. I knew
Hmm.
exactly why they did it. So
Yeah.
it's not too bad. However, and let's go ahead since we are covering two episodes. but they're only 30 minutes, y'all. So
Mm-hmm.
we should be able to get through this really, really quick. I appreciate y'all coming through. Make sure y'all know that November is subscribe-a-thon. Do y'all see my little thing below? The TV commission, all of us that are being goaded, we are doing subscribe-a-thon. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. And let's go ahead and get into it. So we kick off the first episode with this video shoot. It was a video shoot, okay,
Mm-hmm.
honey. So he's saying, because like I said, we're in the age of social media. He said we're doing like that type of marketing where, what is it? He said some kind of marketing, some kind of exploitative marketing or something like that. I forget
Yeah,
what.
it kind of always almost reminds you of like the shock thing that they used to do. Like,
Yeah,
remember when like
yeah,
Takashi 69
Mm-hmm.
came out and he
yeah,
used to do all these crazy things? It kind of reminds you of that, but just not so extreme, but still give you a little shock value.
right.
But I
Mm-hmm.
can't remember the word he used though. But I know he's talking about
I can't even because it's not even it's not even in my notes either. And I got notes. I got notes. But yeah, they're wearing aprons. We get into that a little bit more a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
They're cooking the cooking the stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, oh my God, Lord have mercy. This was just crazy. So then after this whole situation happened, Francois, who is the guy with the blonde thing, he is Rain's, the white girl, her manager, but he also has a relationship with Shawna.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just say that. But let me see. So he wants them to go on tour with them. And he was just like, this is just an investment. You know how you kind of do things for an opportunity, for exposure, and
Mm-hmm.
things of that nature. So that is the way he presented it to them. And I want to know, what did y'all think? Did y'all think Chastity, her gut reaction to not taking the first offer, do y'all think it was right? Or do you think it was she was kind of off? Because this is not her expertise. She's a pimp.
Right.
She's a pimp. So I want to know y'all feelings. Were y'all team the girls or team Chastity on this whole thing or whatever? Tamika, you go first.
I think Chastity was making a point. She ain't no expert in this, like you said, but I think asking, they song can't get played, they can't get that, extra song, and get 10 minutes or whatever. They don't got no set. Like, even if you're not getting the money, okay, then let them perform, something extra. I think any manager would have been asking for that. I feel like the girls is not even on the exact same page, to be honest. Shawna
Right.
gives me just want to go along with whatever.
Right.
Honestly.
And I
And
think it's
then
because he has that relationship with him.
yes.
And I think that's
Mm-hmm.
what that's why he keeps kind of pulling on it. We'll talk about it as we get to the
Mm-hmm.
episode. But he keeps pulling on that, like that relationship that he has with her. So
Right,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut
definitely.
you off.
No, that's good. Yeah, so that's I felt like, because even Mia was kind of like, she do have a point, but at the same time, like, listen, I do want to get my money and I want to get this opportunity. We saying how we could possibly get $1 million deal, but that's not no guarantee either.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Tim, how you doing, sweetie? Hello,
Hey.
Monique. 69 ways. EJ, you got your thoughts together?
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, I was thinking that Chastity, her gut instincts was right. I mean, being that she is a PIMP, even though she's not like fluent in this world per se, and there's a couple of things, there's some things that are different, but it kind of still flow. It still kind of goes the same when you think about it, when it comes to managing them and how she knew that maybe we should be asking for a little bit more. So I
Mhm.
definitely thought that she was on the right track. And Francois is just using this whole situation for Raina Rain. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because he needs her image to come back after we realize that she is. Well, I mean, we already knew she was a fake, but like she a fake, fake, fake. You know what I'm saying? And she's exploiting. She's exploiting Black culture. You know, and so he needs them just as much as they need him, but he's not going to. He's not going to say it. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to make it seem like he's they need they need him more. But the truth
Right.
of the matter is that it's really a even playing field, because you know they're solidifying her when it's all said and done, and
Right.
that's what Chastity pretty much says in a roundabout way. I can't remember her exact words, but she said
He
something about
said,
we're elevating
what she's enhancing. He
something.
said,
Yeah.
yeah, it was like he was trying to downplay them. And she was like, no, we're elevating.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I was right there with her on that. And then as far as Shawna is concerned, I just feel like Shawna is not trying to have no smoke, because everybody felt like she was being the type of way before. You know, she was always the negative Nancy. She was always the one that didn't want to go with things, always speaking up and saying something. So now she ain't saying nothing and she ain't speaking up. She's actually being someone totally different. If you
Right.
think about it, she ain't, and until that moment on the second episode, that was like one of the first times that we saw her kind of, you know, she keep trying to pull back and not be that person, but I don't know how this gonna work out. And they not on the same page at
They
all.
definitely
They
not on the
They are
same page.
not. They are not. And it breaks my heart. I'm like, oh God. I'm like, it's not looking good. Like, y'all, I got a bad feeling about this.
yeah.
I just
Yeah.
got a bad feeling about it. Oh, okay. EJ, would you like to break down this scene for me?
I thought it was interesting to actually see the family dynamics of Shauna, because you know we never really got that before, and to see that her mom had these expectations of her and that she's not meeting these expectations, but also to see that her sister know these songs. I was like, oh, okay, so her sister like, okay, she with it, and the dad
Absolutely.
is kind of just going with the flow. But you know, I was kind of disappointed in the mom. I don't know why this is always one of these things that happen, and I feel like it happens in our culture, especially
Yeah.
back in the day. I don't feel like it happens as much now. I feel like we've kind of entered into a different type of parenting, I guess you would say. But there was a time when the answer was always "don't come back." Why is that gotta be the answer to everything? Like, just because someone's not doing something that you want them to do, she not being disrespectful to them, you
Yeah.
know. And but you know,
It
but as
was
far as the
very
scene was
sad.
concerned, she didn't tell him about what was going on, which I understand why she didn't give him the full story. I mean, because she can't give anybody the full story,
You
because she
can't.
gotta keep
Right.
it, you know, she gotta keep it to herself. But she did tell him, so it wouldn't be no shock when
Right.
somebody said something. So I thought this was interesting. I like seeing this because we've seen Mia's side, but we haven't really seen Shauna family side.
Right. 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 And before I turn it over to Tamika, I want to, girl, I got to verbatim because, like, I felt like I was traumatized from what she was saying. I was like, girl, what? You are a college dropout, a rapping motel clerk, a derelict, and every decision you've made is stupid. And if you go on tour with Lord AK, don't come back. Tamika, you know we're all about mental health here. How do you think that affects a person? I understand, like, you know, like I'm of the old school and the new school. I'm in this precarious position where I'm of old school and new school, and we have to kind of try to meet each other. So I understand where the mother is coming from, but then I do understand the effects that it has on the people who you've talked down on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know, it was harsh. It was verbal abuse to me. ABUSE. I'm sorry. Verbal. I just didn't like it. I was just like, yuck. Like, I felt so bad. I was like, girl, are you adopted? Are those your real parents? Like that was my thought. Are you adopted? Like, are these your real parents? Like, I really need to know. So I want to know your thoughts on it. But those are my thoughts. But I'm just
Yeah, I think this was an interesting first introduction to them. I'm definitely glad that they did let us see some of, where she coming from and what her family life is. They both, her and Mia, like, kind of both have their family drama, but it's different dynamic. And this just made me even more curious because I was caught off guard. Like, well, okay, mama already, right off the gate, don't be coming in here asking for no money, and she already has a perception of her. So I'm wondering, what happened through the years, what was we doing, and all of that, because we not getting all those bits and pieces. All we seeing is you just coming out your face, and then it
right.
looks like the little sister probably has a completely different dynamic than her as the older sister, that the
Mm-hmm.
way she was brought up and the way they interacting with her. And I agree with EJ. Daddy just seemed like he just like, listen, I'm just here. Like mama probably was the one that was always putting her foot down when it came to her. But that was definitely interesting to me. I was like, whoa, like don't
I
come
was
back just because
sad.
she's
I was hurt. I was like,
yeah,
all of those. Like, I understand you not agreeing with your children's choices and stuff like
mm-hmm.
that, but at the same time, I still kind of, I don't know, like
Yeah, I thought that
I'm
was
of the
definitely
mind
a
of
bit.
keep treat people how you want to be treated.
Mm-hmm.
So in that, I couldn't do that. Like,
Even if she would have had more of a reaction to her saying, well, they may come around asking some questions, the police, I done got into I mean, even if she would have had like a strong reaction to that, I would have understood that more than her jumping off the back and being like derelict and you ain't never been good for nothing, you ain't never gonna be for nothing.
She
For nothing
basically
type of
told her.
attitude.
She basically told her, "You ain't shit."
Right.
yes,
I said, "Dang, that hurt." I ain't even
Yeah.
gonna lie. It really did. It
it
was
did
like, "Whoa, that's
hurt.
harsh." That
And I
is.
forgot that had even happened, y'all, with her getting caught and running from the police. I completely
Oh
forgot
yeah,
about
I
that.
remember.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we about to get to it because listen, when I tell
Mm-mm-mm.
you, Mia friends do not like Shawna.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Me and friends do not like Shawna. Oh, we ain't there yet. So this is the particular scene where we got Jocelyn Hernandez. This is the version of Jocelyn Hernandez that I put in my mind. So she feel like a Jocelyn. She's Chastity seemed like a Stevie J. Get on my bus. You know how it is, or whatever. And so she about to leave. So she said, "Who gonna take on these dusty girls? What you gonna do?
Yeah.
People sniffing around. What we gonna do?" So EJ, coming back to you, how did you feel about this scene? Do you see anything sinister with Jocelyn, or do you feel like Chastity is chasing something a little bigger? Do she feel like she might have her claws on something bigger and she might be trying to let the girls go? How do you feel?
I don't think that she's trying to let them go, but I feel like Chastity is an opportunist. I feel like every time we've seen her, she's always taken advantage of an opportunity. If she see it, she actually takes it. Now, listen, I'm always here to see Pretty V. I love her. She's so funny to me. She's crazy. And I'm just like, okay. So here's my thing with her is that she is her day one. She her main one and all that type of stuff. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
trust Uncle. I ain't never trusted the uncle to be able to run stuff. I probably trust her a little bit more, but I do feel like if she ever feel like Chastity is trying to move away from what they got going on, like in the first season when she was trying to warn her, I feel like then there might be an issue with her. Because because she feel like she holding it down. It kind of reminds you of what was that The one with the Terrence Howard and
Oh, hustle and flow.
yeah, when old girl
Mhm.
left because she felt like she was the one. It kind of
Mhm.
reminded me of that, and I feel like she also will take an opportunity if it's presented. So,
Mhm.
Mhm.
I'm like,
I agree. I agree. Tamika.
Yeah, I definitely think Chastity's a hustler, you know. And she seems to be good at what she do. She also be making mistakes, we know that. But yeah, she definitely gonna jump on the opportunity, and I think she probably does feel like she can be bigger and do more. I agree with EJ. I don't know if it's leave the girls, but maybe if she do get to make it to a certain status, then that may come into play where it's like I don't need this no more. But then I think she probably would just work the girls into what her new gig is. And we kind of, seen that somewhere down the line in this as well. So I think that's just in her. I don't think
Right.
it's a thing of trying to throw them to the side to get into this now.
So let me ask you this, because what she was saying is that she felt like her uncle, the person who taught her the game, was trying
Mm-hmm.
to double cross her. So do you see this being a problem later on? I feel like these are the breadcrumbs for a
Mm-hmm.
problem later on.
Yeah, definitely.
EJ? Okay.
absolutely. I mean, like they telling us, and plus we've already seen the uncle be shady to her. Like that's why I say I
Mm-hmm.
don't trust him from the very first
Mm-hmm.
season when we first introduced to him. I was like, nah, he ain't to be trusted. Just because of the way that he treated her then. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Right.
something is going to happen in that situation that has to do with the girls, and I don't know, especially if she leave the uncle in charge. Something ain't gonna go right.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So we are about to get to this
Mm.
scene. It's a nothing burger. I mean, I don't want to say it's a nothing burger, because I feel like, you know, I love that he's trying to be there for his daughter. That Listen, like I'm not one of them type of people that's like, praising men for doing the right thing, but they don't be doing the right thing. So listen, I love that he did that, and then he did something else like later on in the episode, and we'll get to it or whatever. She kind of pushed up on him, and he was just like, "Nah, we good." And
We not doing
I was
that.
like, I kind of love that, but whatever. So, earlier in the episode, I don't know why I didn't catch this, but the girlfriend said that she wasn't going to be able to watch Melissa,
Mm-hmm.
which is her daughter, for one of the weeks that she was going to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
And she was just like, "Oh my God, my mother's an alcoholic, and she be yelling and doing all this stuff. I don't want to leave my daughter with her." And so, as a last resort, she went to the the child's father to get him to babysit his child. So, listen, how did y'all feel about that? EJ, I'm coming to you with that one.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought Mia was a little bit foul for this one. She running around looking for somebody to keep her kid when Lamont has always been a straight up dude. Do he got some flaws? Do he got some issues? Absolutely. But when it comes to his daughter, he tried to do right by her. And you also have to think about it like this: the few
Absolutely.
issues that he did have, in my opinion, was that he realized that he had Mia to lean on, so he could go and stay at the studio longer and do these different things. But he also step up when it's time to step up. So I felt like that should have been the first person that you went to, and I would feel the same way he felt. Like just because you think like we not good, or that you because of what you did to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, but
You said
still, this my
you
daughter.
feel like he felt slighted.
Yeah, of course he should have. I mean, she started a situation with him and thought they was getting back together, and then ended up going, like just tapping out of it. But it was just the way she did it. That just it wasn't cool. So I guess she felt the way about it, and therefore that's why, and she thought he was mad. But when it comes to your kids, like why you even run into like mama and friends and all this? You should have ran to him. He right there. That should have been
I
your
don't know. I felt like he be busy. Like,
does.
and we see in episode 2, he be busy.
Yeah. But that's why I was saying that that when he was busy, he had her to lean on. So because she was there. So it's different. And I look at it like this. Like if you know that the mom is there, you gonna take the opportunity to do all these other things that you trying to do because you know your kid is good. But if he's presented with the opportunity where he has to be the sole person because Mia's not there, Lamont seems like the A1 dude that's gonna step up and be there, and she should know that. You can
Yeah,
tell
he
the
does.
ones who won't and the ones who will, and he don't strike you as the type that won't.
Yeah, he don't seem like a trifling dude. Tamika, how you feel about that?
Yeah, I actually like Lamont. I liked him in season 1. I just feel like because of the way things ended with them, she didn't want to ask him. She was
Mm.
trying to avoid him because her friend was basically like, "Girl, call your baby daddy. Like, I know y'all got your stuff, but this is not about that. This is about the fact that you need somebody to watch your child. You obviously don't want him, her to go to your mom, and I can't do it all the time. I'll do it when I can." Because she was even saying, "Well, leave her by your mom, and then the days I can go." And she's like, "No, that's too much. I don't want her around my mom. She be drinking and talking crazy and all of that." So I got him being like, "Oh, so now you gonna come and ask me like why you didn't tell me about it from the beginning? I'm gonna do what I gotta do for my daughter." And I was glad
Listen,
that he said that.
when I tell you that mama, look, I was like, do I got the video loaded up? I got to load the video. That mama,
Yeah.
that mama had me cracking the fuck up. You hear me? Okay, so where we at? Okay, so that's cool. So okay, wait. All right, this Tamika, can you break this scene down so I can get the clip in there? This
I'm
is
trying to see which one this is.
them um going to the place doing the thing, and he wanted them to agree on doing the show. So he presented the opportunity and all that stuff. They had to go talk about it and all that
Oh
stuff.
yeah, yeah. I mean, he was making it sound good, but at the same time, this is where I was saying that I agreed with Chastity because you saying that all these numbers is good, and when she said, "Well, I see them on social media all the time," and he said, "Oh, that's because they the only ones that you follow, and you need to get some more people." I said, "No, he didn't." Like it's like he trying to play them, but at the same time, he's trying to say that they can go to this big level, and he believes in them, and they about to blow up, but he don't feel like they blowing up enough for him to give them anything on, the back end. And so I
Right.
did feel like it should have at least been one of the other of the things. And then when they went outside for a minute, like I said, I feel like Mia was kind of hearing where Chastity was coming from, but Shawna was like, "Oh no, I think what he's saying is right, and we gonna get there, and we ain't gotta worry about it now. You gotta start from the bottom and work your way up. You're not gonna have everything. Yeah, you're not gonna have everything, but I don't think you should have to settle for nothing either." So, and I thought it was interesting that Mia said to Shawna, "So now you trust him," and she was kind of not too sure with the answer, but then was like, "Yeah." And I wanted to know what is making her have the trust for him now,
I
because
don't
I
think
don't
she do.
see what he showed her that was different.
I don't think she do, Tamika. I think
I
she just
don't
going with the
either.
flow. I think she just trying not to rock the boat
Hmm.
because she been the problem before. I mean,
Hmm.
well, in their
Right.
eyes, she was the problem. So she trying not
Hmm.
to rock the boat. But I'll be glad when the real Shauna find her way back.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I'm
the
saying? So
fact
they
that
don't get
she
screwed
being
over.
so wishy washy, that's coming across too, because she looks awkward even when she's into acting with Mia, and I forget what the other girl name is. Like
Dana
she looks
Rain,
out of
Dana
place because it's like she's not
Really?
being her full self.
Rain. Mm-hmm. And she's
Mm.
trying to be on eggshells around Mia because she feels
Hmm.
like she, like, you know what I'm saying? Like she the
Yeah,
one
that's
who
how it came across girls to me.
Yeah, me too.
Oh wow.
I ain't mad at it. That is cute. What's the budget again? Budget? Oh, we don't speak those. You
Mm-mm. We gotta go to the beginning where the girls was like, "It's giving."
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that part.
I ain't mad at it.
They
That
too
is
cute.
cute. What's the budget again? Budget? Oh, we don't speak those. You
Baby, it's giving.
Period.
Period. Listen, wait a
I
minute,
said,
these little girls. They too cute.
I thought I thought that shit was so cute. I was like, "What are y'all doing? Y'all are doing the most. They are doing the most."
I ain't mad at it.
Oh, why I keep on playing? Okay, okay. Where am I at? We're here, right? Are we
Mhm.
yeah, we
moving
just talked about
forward? Oh, we got to move forward with this celebration party. She's going on tour with Lord AK, her best friends, not her mother, because you can see her mother
Mhm.
in the back looking like she jealous. Now, I want to understand how that is. Like, I want y'all take on. Do you feel like that mother was jealous of her
I think
daughter?
to me it came off in this particular scene as if she was mad because you think I'm not a good mother, like I didn't do a good job. You don't want to leave your child with me. But look at what you turned out to be. So how bad can I be? I know you talk about my drinking and all that because she was kind of giving her backhanded compliments. On one hand, she going, "I'm proud of you," but on the other hand, she going, "And I was the best." And then her boyfriend in the back, "Yeah, you did the best." I said, "No, that had me cracking up. I ain't gonna lie." But it was like if she was insulted because she feels like she's saying she wasn't a good mother to her, therefore that's why she don't want to leave her grandbaby there. But it's probably some jealousy there too. And I know people in real life that be jealous of their kids, which is so weird to me, but that is a real thing. So, it
Yeah,
could be a little bit of that in there too. But for that particular moment, I just felt like it was more about her feeling like, "Oh, so you saying I ain't good enough for my granddaughter to be with me, and
baby,
now
I
you
was
think you too
cracking
good."
up.
yeah, I think
That
that's what it was mostly about.
Yeah.
I think
hold
I don't know
on.
if I feel like
I get it.
in this scene that she had any jealousy, but you're right, that stuff does happen. But I don't
It
feel
does.
like
Mhm.
that was the issue. I feel like the issue
She
was that
felt unappreciated.
yeah, and her
Mhm.
motherhood was being questioned because now you running around trying to get everybody else to keep Melissa when most people do gravitate towards the grandparents. Like, even if the baby daddy is
Mhm.
there, they still be like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go take it to my grandma, to my mama, because you feel a sense of safety by taking them to your mom, and it's almost like she was like, "Mm-mm, I don't want," and she basically telling her, "I don't want
You
her
don't
around
run me.
you." So,
Mhm.
Keep that to yourself. That ain't
Oh,
what
I'm
I'm
sorry.
supposed
I'm
to hear.
sorry.
you
I was just trying to get it up here.
you get, you get. But yeah, that's how I felt like she was just. I felt like she was hurt, and the alcohol is just amplifying it because now
Mhm.
and
Absolutely.
she pretty much proven her point. Like, this is why.
Absolutely.
Mm, So,
Mhm.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm baby, when I tell you I'm trying to pull this damn clip up because when I tell you the way I cackled, the way I laughed about this whole give my mother some water. She's like, bitch, give me some water. I bet you what?
Right.
our
I
girl
bet you
was.
what? Give me the water. She said, give me the water, bitch. At first she said, don't do
Mm-mm-mm.
it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then that's
That was funny.
when I
Yeah.
tell you I got the clip, but I just wasn't able to upload it. My son threw a monkey wrench in my whole plans today. I do apologize. I wanted to have a great live, and baby, when I tell you that was the funniest part. Oh no, that's not it either.
Hey, hey,
What
hey.
y'all think about this little intro?
I liked it.
Yeah, I
But I
liked
love Produce the
it.
Thing. That's like that song is so catchy.
It
Mm-hmm.
is. It is.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right,
They
where
a
we going?
mess.
Because I don't got the clip. Okay, so we're
It's
gonna go
okay.
ahead.
It's okay. We remember
I
it.
do have it, but I just don't have it loaded up.
Yeah.
So okay, are we going to go into? Wait a minute, did I get through everything? Hold on, hold on. Let me add
Yeah,
it.
because I think that was the end. Was
Yeah.
the party?
How do you
Yeah, she
feel
told her she
about?
was gonna call a Uber for her.
How do you
Mhm.
feel about her friends? Her friends are really down for her,
Yeah.
but they don't fuck with Shawna at all.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I
Mm-mm.
mean because of how everything went down. But
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I feel like Shauna need a little bit of grace. Like I feel like she can give her a smidget of grace. So because if she don't, they not going to make it. They don't have to find
Mm-hmm.
they way back to each other friendship wise in order for this to work out. And
Hmm.
every now and like I think you saw one glimpse of it on the bus when she go get the towel for her because she felt bad about what happened. You could tell that she felt bad, but at the same time, she was back on that stuff.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah.
and it still felt inauthentic. Not inauthentic. It felt like she was just doing it out of obligation. Like for me, it felt like she didn't really want to do it, but she felt like she had to do it. Same thing about Chastity. I felt like she felt like she had to do it. I'm their representation. Did anybody else feel like that?
For Mia, I feel like she went into from the way I looked at Mia when she did it is that she went back because she strikes you as the nurturer type of person. Like she gotta, jump to nurturing, and it felt like she needed to help her in that moment, but she didn't. Like you said, she didn't want to, but she felt like she had to.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I felt about that one.
Yeah.
And
Tamika.
Chastity, did y'all feel like Chastity was well, I guess I'll wait because I don't know.
No, don't wait because it's in here. Because Chastity, I feel like like you said, an opportunist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like in the moment when it happened, it felt like she was just trying to make sure she was in the right position to do what she needed to do.
Yeah, because I just felt some type of way about her, like not leaving. To for the first time, to be honest, Shauna didn't do nothing wrong in this case. She was just sitting up there looking at how this was all playing out, and I'm
Right.
sitting up there looking at this mess too. Like y'all can't see this, y'all that thirsty that y'all want to get on this bus so bad, and y'all don't see what dude is doing. And she just voicing it out loud, and then because he got embarrassed because she got it right, then you put this drink all over her. Like, nah, Chastity, you should have been stepping up for her. And then you gonna talk about her saying you got to realize that you would do the. Nah, she ain't got to take that. Like,
Oh, we ain't get there yet. You got your track
I'm
shoes
sorry,
on.
my bad. I was thinking about
Okay, so look, she's telling us we going too slow. Okay, let's go.
it. I'm sorry.
Does anybody have anything to say about that? Okay, we already talked about that.
We
The
already talked
mother jealous, some bullshit. Okay, so listen, I know y'all don't like to talk bad about children, but what I'm trying to tell you
she
is
need her
that
hands full.
children will manipulate the parents.
Yep.
Neither one of them got control over this girl. She got control over them.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. It's crazy. And like when we get into this whole gentle parenting and all that stuff, it creates monsters, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, you cannot keep them children in control. I've done it. I've been through it. I've done the rigid and strict parenting, and then I've done the gentle parenting, and I'm still trying to figure out a happy medium. And but this little girl, Melissa, This bitch is out of control.
She said, "Y'all
Oh,
don't got no Wi-Fi. It's too slow. Grandma house." Did she say grandma stink or grandma house stink? I
honey,
said,
Grandma house.
"Lord."
grandma house thing. She said she ain't got no channels. He said, "Baby, I can give you my hotspot. That is too slow." I was like, "Oh
Mhm.
my god, it was
She
a
do.
hot ass mess."
She act just like grandma and Mia put together. That's what she
Mhm.
so
She
that's where
definitely
this stuff
do.
comes from. But I will say this is that I understand that grandma was a little lit at the time, but I feel like even if she wasn't lit, she still would have got down there and got her together. But that's what that
Mhm.
little girl needed. She needed a authoritative voice, not that nice mess. Like you in here acting a fool. Don't do this in front of people. You know, you be
Right,
Mhm.
like, don't do that.
right. I agree.
Mm-mm-mm. She
Like at
kicking the table. I said, "What?"
Mm-mm.
and
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
then, but I feel like that she knows, like, I don't know how she would know it, but I feel like that she knows and she plays on her mother's triggers with her
Mhm.
mom.
Mhm.
Like she know her mom is a drinker and she does these things and she gets bombastic and do all the things or whatever. And then she plays it. I'm telling you, children are way more smarter
Oh yeah, children are
than
very
She
we think
smart.
perceptive.
they are.
Mhm.
She perceptive. She peeping all this stuff out, and she been
Mhm.
seeing it because just think about it. They're always, even from what we've seen, they always talking around her. Every time when they get
Yeah.
into an
Yeah,
argument, they argue around her. So she
she's
hear
playing them.
everything.
She's playing them.
So she know how to use all this stuff. But I still feel like grandmama, if they hadn't let grandmama go, she probably would have got her together. But she is playing the heck out of them.
She is playing the hell out of them. So I understand the whole thing. She don't want her mom to go. Her mom has the best situation for them. You know what I'm saying? Like when you are a mother, that's what you do. You try to create the best situation for your child.
Yeah.
And so this whole situation is very, I resonate with this because like I'm going through this situation somewhat, not, I ain't on tour or nothing like that, but I'm going through the situation where my son is kind of separated and he like, I just want to be with you. I just want to be with you. And so I understand it. I
Mhm.
definitely understand it. However, comma, this acting out, but she's younger. My son is almost a legal adult. He's 14. So I don't give him as much grace as I give her because she's really, really young. I feel like she's like 7 or something like that.
Yeah, she
So
young.
yeah, so I'm gonna give her more grace or whatever. But this whole mama thing, I I don't know how I'm gonna wrap my head around this whole thing. And I know we gotta oh, we 43 minutes in, we still on episode. Okay, let's go. Baby, when the husband, not the husband, the boyfriend of
Boyfriend.
yes, girl.
That was funny.
What do you say, EJ?
You talking about when he told her
I
when he kept
I
co-signing?
ran you last night.
Yeah. Oh Lord. And she said, "That's for us. Don't be talking about." I said, "Oh, okay." They funny.
When I tell you this episode had me hollering, I was screaming. That shit was so funny to me. And she was like, "I'm gonna call you a Uber," because she was trying to grab her keys and
Mhm.
all that bullshit. I was just like, this is, and so you see a little bit of her dysfunctional,
Mhm.
what she had to go through as a child
Yeah.
and what she's trying to
Mhm.
protect her child from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love how they did that, but I wonder if
Mhm.
people will understand and see it. I mean, I feel like is it overhanded or underhanded? Like, do you think people will see the subtlety of how they try to, these
No,
episodes
I
are
think
only
you
30
can
minutes.
definitely tell. I think that's why Mia is a little maturer than Shauna in some aspects, even though she get her little, ghetto, trap behavior at times as well. But I think she had to probably grow up faster because of how her mother was, and then she has
Right.
to be a grown up because she's the parent to a child. Whereas Shauna probably, was the complete opposite, where she was probably getting away with things, with her parents, and had that two-parent household, and doesn't look like her mother's on a an alcoholic as far as we could see, or having not that type of issues. She don't have no kids,
Yeah.
so I think, that's a big difference between them both too. I feel like Mia has more responsibilities in that way. And she probably had to help take care of her mom at times. And now she's taking care of her daughter.
Yeah. I mean, I understand all that. I got all
Yeah.
that.
I
I
think it
got it.
comes across though. I think people can, I hope that they would, because I definitely feel
Right.
like that's the message they sending.
Right.
Mhm.
And at the same time, can the mother be given credit to do anything? Like, like what I want, like, what am I trying to say? Like, when people play on your weaknesses, per se, I feel like that daughter, even though she's a daughter, I feel like, or granddaughter rather, she is playing on the weaknesses, and she knows how her mother feels. She knows
Oh
how her
yeah.
grandma, like, it's some reason why that grandmother said, "Oh, she don't do that with me."
Oh
Then
yeah,
all of a
absolutely.
sudden, she's screaming and going to high heaven about. I'm like, why is she screaming like that? I'm like, what is going on?
Mhm.
So I feel like there's still some manipulation there, but she is still a child, so I
Yeah,
won't put it on her. But I feel like children know what the fuck they doing.
Mhm.
absolutely.
That's what I will say. Lamont knows that she feels bad. He knows that's a trigger for her. And so he goes in there and he tries to console her or whatever. And she tries to goes in, what I'm saying? Like, listen, I told y'all after a funeral or after sometimes I feel bad. Listen, make me feel good. I mean, that's where I be, and I feel like that's where Mia was at with this whole thing when she tried to like go in for the kiss and see if he was
Mhm.
gonna do it
Yeah.
or whatever. I don't know. Let me know y'all thoughts. Tamika, go first.
Yeah, it was one of those moments she feeling down, he there comforting her. And I was like, are they going kids? Are we about to get it in? But he's like, nah, I ain't going down that
I
rabbit
was
hole with you.
surprised. Do y'all think that he got somebody else?
I just think
I
that he
don't
don't
think
want to go
so.
down this road,
Mm-mm.
like she was saying. I don't
Yeah.
think he want to do this
Okay,
again with her.
okay, okay.
Because
Go
I
ahead,
think he
EJ.
was
Go
really thinking that they was about to
Yeah.
really, like, I think he thought this was about to be a real thing where they was about to try to be
Mhm.
a family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think
Mhm.
he really was in it,
Yeah.
ahead.
and she
Mhm,
kind of ripped that out from under him.
Hmm. Yeah,
mhm.
he's still in his feelings right now. Later
Exactly. He
down the
don't want to
line, he might be for it, but right now, I think it's still fresh.
hmm
Okay, okay. And like she's like, look at me. I said, oh Lord. But IMDb, they don't even have she don't even have a name. The name on IMDb is Mia's mom. Oh, look
Yeah.
at me, it's Mia's mom. I mean, girl, yeah, we looking at you. But bitch, what I'm trying to say is, baby, the funniest part of that episode is when Mia tried to get her best friend to bring her to drink the water. She said she needs some water. She said, bring that water over here, bitch.
Yeah, her mother's a
Look,
trip.
I'm gonna show you what that water gonna do. That bitch said she drank that water on her own, girl. When I tell you that was the funniest part of the episode for me, I had the video. I don't know why I can't load it. I apologize, but it was so funny. I wanted y'all to see it or whatever. But she's a mess. And now this whole thing. Now y'all know this is why she is entangled in this whole fraud thing. Can y'all let me know? It feel like Maurice was the person who initiated the fraud. And she just got in on it and then they gonna turn it back on her. How do y'all feel about that? Because that's how
I
I
didn't
feel
take
like.
it like that. I feel like Shawna was already doing it, but
Ooh,
he had like, you know, other connections and things that he did know about and was doing. And then she joins in with him feeling like, I don't know, like it was gonna get her more. She could get more faster. I think she was addicted to it or something. I don't know.
oh
But she
wow.
started getting crazy with it because even when she was first doing it, I'm like, you don't crap where you eat because we doing things at the job. Like, how you don't think this gonna come back to you? Then you doing bigger and bigger and bigger things.
Right.
But I'm like wondering now, is he just around her because he want to set her up, because he want to know if she was gonna say something to him? Is he trying to butter her up so she won't say nothing? That's where I'm getting like a
Mm,
little bit of concern at. But I feel like she was already doing it, and it just got bigger and bigger and more out of hand. I don't know how she didn't think any of these things was gonna come back to her. Like this was a solid plan that was, you know, ironclad. I don't
no.
know.
EJ, you tell me, because I feel unclear. I feel like they didn't really.
I feel like he introduced it to her, and the reason why I feel that way is because back in season 1, she talks about how she's only doing it for like I only do it a couple of times when she was, wasn't doing it a whole lot before she was
Mm-hmm.
trying to get this equipment and all this other stuff. And you could tell that she wasn't really doing it on a regular basis. She
Right.
only did it every time she needed a little extra cash. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel like she would be the person who would come up with this whole thing because she seemed real green about it. But him and his brother, they knew what the hell they was doing. Like they was they knew how everything worked. Like so they had all that stuff in the house. So I feel like he introduced it to her, but I think he done fell for her a little bit. Like I honestly think he done fell for her, and he wasn't trying to. I don't think that was ever part of the plan was to fall for Shawna, and now he gonna be in a dilemma because it feels like him and his brother been doing this for a while, and the way
Mm-hmm.
his brother like shit, we've been doing this, and until you brought her in, this is when we get caught up. I feel like that
Mm-hmm.
was a coincidence, though. I don't feel like it really was her.
Good
I feel
observation.
like it's just finally catching up to y'all, like karma.
Yeah, it's catching up to them. I
Mm,
definitely don't think it's her fault, and you know, for him to even just be trying to insinuate like it's something on her or she said something. I mean, yeah, but I mean, I guess I could see how he would look at it that way because he feel like we've been doing it all this time and it wasn't a problem. But come on now, y'all was getting crazy.
right,
Right,
right.
they was doing a lot. It was a lot. It
Right.
was a
You hit a lick, you got it once, like you got maybe a couple of times, but we ain't doing
Mm-hmm.
that, man. But like I said, I felt like it was their thing. I think they brought her in, and then like he said, he goes out here. Y'all see the screenshots. He goes
Mm-hmm.
out here and he say, if it's me or her, it's
shoot.
her, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's trying to do like the
That makes me
protocol
very
or
worried for Shauna because I feel like he thinks that she's gonna talk first, so therefore let me be her to it. But I honestly don't think Shauna's trying to talk about anything. First of all, she don't want to go down for nothing, so I
right.
don't think that. I think that's the last thing on her mind. But that was definitely interesting when they showed that. I was like, whoa, okay now. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you
I was
And
know, is
like,
she
he
had
wow.
really
nobody to
trying to throw
move.
her under the bus and make this seem like this is a whole operation or something?
Do
Yeah,
y'all remember seeing Stanley in season one? I don't. It feels like a newly introduced character.
who you talking about? The brother?
Yeah, the brother.
Yeah, I
Yeah, he
think they
was in
showed him a
there.
couple
Remember
times.
the, when
Oh,
they
they
in
Yeah.
the
showed him.
office?
I
Remember,
honestly don't remember the whole
I don't
season one,
remember
okay,
y'all.
that.
I
remember
remember
the
bits and
episode.
pieces.
Go to the episode where it happens when they go shopping. So the whole car thing, I think the reason why they're using Shawna, or why he was using Shawna, is because they needed more cars, and she had
Hmm.
access to be able to get the
Right,
cars
right.
taking people in. But if you go to
Oh.
the episode where they introduce us to the brother, when they go to the store and they're buying all this stuff and they running up this card and they almost get caught for like a second, and
Mm.
then he's behind him and I can't remember what he does. He does something that kind of helps him out so that they can scan the card and get all the stuff, and then they go back and to the house and they got all this stuff in the house that they
Oh.
basically are
I
sending back
feel like I
to
kind of
their
remember.
country, or I think they're sending it back to their
Hmm.
country and then selling it.
Yes,
I don't know how
yes,
they do.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a mess. That's a mess. Okay, so we gotta
Yeah.
get through this. So let me pull this down and get to the next one. Okay, where are we going with this?
Business. Okay, how it is. Come on. Lamar, take one of them. Nelly, give me the water. Okay. Nelly, don't you bring that water over here.
Oh,
Nelly,
that was
don't bring that water over here. It's gonna be
that
some.
shit was
Nelly, let me
so
get the
funny to
water. Bring
me.
the water over here. Watch. You're gonna be wet. Give
Bring
me
it
the
over
water.
here.
Nelly, give me the water. Well, I thought,
That
look,
bitch dropped that
y'all like
water.
when you treat me like this. Okay, so go home. So that's how you talk to me?
Oh, so I guess eventually that shit get uploaded.
That
Oops,
is cute.
eventually that shit get.
What's the budget again? Budget?
Ah,
Oh, we don't speak those.
sorry, y'all.
You
What is this? Okay, sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get to everything. Is this it?
I ain't mad at it. That is
It's
cute.
giving. Baby, when they say it was giving, I was
They
saying
be hearing too much. Them kids know too much.
it's giving. Well, see that I got it. Okay, maybe I need to pull some things down. Okay, let me pull some things down. Maybe because I'm not seeing what I'm looking for. Okay, so this is them going on tour. We're gonna breeze right through this. Everybody having a good time. They on the tour bus. They go to the place. They see the marquee, and their name is not on there. And that's what Chastity was trying to tell y'all. We need to negotiate these things. These are the details that you have to do in order to get what you want. So now you done came here on an investment opportunity and they not even featuring you. So anybody got anything to say about that? Tamika, you on mute.
No, I just was saying exactly. You not on the marquee. You don't got your own set. It's like he really, to me, is setting up. You know, what is the white chick name? I'm sorry, I don't
Raina
remember her
Rain.
name. Yeah,
Raina Rain.
Rain,
Right.
whatever. Like she's the big act. That's what he really promoting, and it feels like he just threw them in with her, and it's like y'all just a
To
little
catch the black audience.
He
Like
right.
a lot of
just
times
Yeah.
they use people, they use black women for the black
Mhm.
audience.
because he need her to be solidified because of how
Mhm.
she messed up. Now, if she had never messed up and got caught on camera trying to appropriate black
Mhm.
culture, then he wouldn't even have them on the tour at all. Like
Right.
that wouldn't even be a thing. He would have just left Shauna where she was at, and it would have been
Exactly.
what it is. But because he needed them in
Damage
order to make
control.
her look,
Right.
make her look real deal. He just
Mhm.
using them. And I don't see why Shauna can't see that, but I think she just so busy wanting this to work that
Yeah.
she see it, but she overlooking it. That's what I
Yeah.
feel like. Cause I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
think
Exactly.
she
she's
that
gonna come
dumb.
around. She's gonna come around because, like, I feel like the reason why they kind of made a a a a scene, and I didn't even put the scene. I did put the scene in there when where they were talking, and I feel like there's gonna be a character arc where she's gonna finally see it
Mm-hmm.
rather. And but Mia is taking full advantage, baby. When I tell you, when we get to the part where she get on stage and she tear that thing up, we gonna get there. But she's taking full advantage of her opportunity, and Shawna gonna be looking dumb.
Mia
She's
setting up her solo career, y'all. That's where this going. I'm telling you right now what Mia's
Mm-hmm.
doing.
Oh
She has
yeah.
no intention
exactly
of being in this
Mm-hmm.
group. She's using this, everybody using everybody.
as
She's
a
Right.
using this
platform,
group
yes,
to
to
get to
Yeah.
where she needs to go.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I
So
definitely agree.
right. And so Shauna goes on live and she kind of sees how people kind of turning on her a little bit, and they like, oh, you got the aprons on and you doing all the things, and have you met Lord AK and all that bullshit or whatever. And she was like, oh damn, y'all tearing my ass up in this live.
Mm-hmm.
It feel like they always are. I don't know why she keep going on social media.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be on social media. I mean, I know there's kind of like a part of it, to promote yourself and have your
Right.
following, but
But if
Shauna's not
they
coming.
tearing you up,
She's not coming off authentic. They don't believe nothing she's saying. It's like, oh, you flip like that, you switch now. Then they don't believe that her and Mia's getting along. It's like they don't believe none of it, even though she's trying to be like, oh, she over there dancing, we good. It's like they not buying it. It's not real to them. They
right.
finding, they finding how to be real phony right now. You had a few that was like, oh, we looking forward to this. We can't wait to see you. But most of those comments was like, girl, no.
They was tearing her ass up. I was like, yikes.
Mm-hmm.
Had to recoup the expenses. Listen to Chastity. Yes, I think
Mm-hmm.
I think I think a pimp and the mentality that a pimp has can go through whether or not she is very versed in music,
Mm-hmm.
the music industry. The I feel like it's still like a base level of knowledge and how to
Yeah. She's
maneuver.
not dumb. She's
Right,
definitely
right.
not.
Absolutely.
I mean, because it's all
Absolutely.
a hustle, and she well
That's
Yeah.
the
versed in
hustle. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That is
Kendall said Shauna and Mia had on aprons and the main act had on Gucci.
that was crazy.
That's a fact.
right, right. It was crazy. And I was just like, I wonder if this gonna pay off for Chastity the way she think it's going to.
Hmm.
Cause I feel like she's going really hard for them girls and she getting a
Yeah.
lot of pushback. And I'm like, is this gonna work out for her? I don't know if it's gonna work out for her
I
because
hope we see her get some wins because from what I do remember of season one, I have wanted to revisit it, but I didn't get a chance. I felt like she was losing a lot in season one, and then every now and then it would start to look brighter. Then something else would happen. So I hope
right.
she gets some more wins in this one. But messing with these two, I don't know.
Right, right. And then with Jocelyn in episode one,
Hmm.
reminding her of I feel like that dude that's trying to like
Yeah, and
take
yeah.
over. I feel like she
Hmm.
learned the game from him. And
Yes.
so this is her chance to kind of branch off and do
Hmm.
her thing by herself. So
Yeah.
I almost want to see her win, but pimps, and I'm like, I don't have a good relationship with it. I don't see no good thing coming about it. But baby, when I tell you, why does look like Tiana Taylor Junie daughter? What? Oh God, this look like, and that attitude to match, she acts like Tiana Taylor daughter Junie. Girl, when I tell you she was in that joint and she was that father, do you see Lamar face? He like,
Yeah.
what? He
She talking
like,
about,
I
I'm
got
good.
a
I'm
he
good.
said,
I'm
I got a little Mia on my hands. What
Hmm.
the fuck? And the dude in the
Hmm.
middle, he said, I'm just gonna get her some chicken nuggets, okay?
okay. It was funny the way she calmed down and said, I'm good with that.
Right. She knew exactly what she was doing. She said, oh no, y'all gonna get me my food. Oh man.
It was a mess. It was a whole thing about a half a day, and
Mm-hmm.
I still believe the children still eat lunch on a half a day schedule. It's just way earlier. So she probably was hungry, and he ain't have it. So this whole wasn't another video shoot, or was this the actual
No,
performance?
this was like the introduction before they went into performance, and that video was a hot mess. But Shawna made me
Mhm.
laugh when she was like, "We offending the crack house." I'm like, "What are y'all doing? Why was this a part of it?" Like, oh Lord.
A mess. I love, but I feel like they have to do these things in order to kind of, you know,
And then he
wake
said, because
wake
I
the
think
white audience up.
Chastity also tried to tell him something about the video and the fact that it didn't look realistic. He said, no, we ain't worried about the crack. We worried about butt crack, something along the lines. I said, Lord, this is a hot mess.
But that's not how they cook crack, and he said it's not how
Right.
they
Licking the spoon, bitch. I was like, what is going on? It
Oh
was
my God.
a hot mess.
Mm-mm-mm.
So they go on stage, they have their performance. This is their first performance on stage at the
Mm-hmm.
concert. And when I tell you, Mia turned that motherfucker out. She threw that apron off. She
Mm-hmm.
started talking her shit. But at first, Shawna did she did her verse. But I mean, she's under standards. Like, she kind of like want to do what is it?
She trying to stay group
Politics.
oriented. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I've been
To
trying to
me,
stay.
that's why I said Shauna looks out of place to me. She looked out of place in the video, and then she looked out of place with this performance. Her rhymes is, good. We know she can rhyme.
They
That ain't
good.
a problem.
Right.
And she could perform, but she didn't look like she was in a whole nother, world compared to Mia and Ray. They looked like they was in a separate thing. And then she every now and then
Right.
she was trying to bring it together with them, but it still was like she was out of place.
She was
And I
very
think
out of
that
place.
this has a lot to do with Mia, y'all. Like I love me some Mia, but
Yes.
I really feel like it has a lot to do with Mia. She walking around trying to keep like stepping on eggshells. You know what I'm saying? Like she's just
Mhm.
trying not to offend her because she knows she's mad at her. So now she is, and I'm just like, y'all don't look like no group. She look like she's solo already.
Right.
It look like
Mm-hmm.
her and Rain is in a group right now. Like
Right.
this is
She
crazy.
tore it down. I was like, girl, go.
Mhm.
She said, listen, but I mean, I feel like Shauna is hungry as well, but she still has all these things that's kind of like pulling her down. And listen, I'm the first person because I'm a womanist. I do all the things. I go against the grain. I don't have the same opinions as women, like most women do, or whatever. And they talk about this a little bit in the episode. They said you can't be calling out misogyny and you can't be calling out all this stuff or whatever. You are in an industry with misogynists and people who you got to play the role or get out of it. And I mean, we'll get there or whatever. And like I said, I all I know is Mia was taking full advantage. I feel like she said, I left my daughter. Like, so she knows what she's on track to do. He said it's an investment, it's an opportunity, and I'm gonna jump in there and make the opportunity work for me. So she really went in there and did what she had to do.
Yeah, she did that. Like I loved her performance. I thought it was a
It
dope
was so
performance.
good.
I thought she did really, really well. But Shauna just gonna have to step up her game and just realize that she just gonna have to go in with her and just like she gonna have to stop trying to step like because I also thought back to remember last season when she stepped outside of what she was supposed to be doing when she went off script and she didn't follow the performance like they were
Mhm.
supposed to.
Right.
I also thought back to that part. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, so is Shawna just trying to stay in the what they perform? Because girl, right now Mia is not on that same page. You better get with it.
No. Yeah, no, they not on the same page. And when we saw how the girls was like clowning Shauna, I was like, ooh, they don't like her. And I feel like Mia wants to like Shauna, but I feel like she's more on the other side where she's just weird as fuck and I can't get with her. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but what I'm telling you, Mia showed her ass out and she was like, we don't look like a group. We don't look like a group. And child, while that was happening, child, Melissa was showing her whole ass with her daddy. I was like, oh my God. I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't mad at it because, men always think that raising children is easy, and it's absolutely not.
Not at all.
It's absolutely not. But I love to see how affectionate and how he's about his daughter. Like he's not like, I don't know. Listen, I came up in the crack era. Parents will put their children and isolate their children in the bedroom, lock the door, and say, "Don't come out here." But he still had this kid around him. He still consoled her. She cried. That girl was acting bratty as hell.
It was.
That daddy said you can have my hot spot, baby. You can have my hot spot. Can we do? Listen, I'm trying to work.
She wasn't trying to hear that.
But she was being bratty as hell. She was being bratty as hell, but whatever. How do y'all feel about it? Anybody got any thoughts?
Nah, I think you summed that one up because that's what she was bratty.
Child. And then they get on FaceTime and I feel like the roles are reversed because y'all remember he's been in the rap scene for a long time. And so he knows how it feels. Even though he's a producer, I still feel like he understands how good it feels or whatever. And girl, look at his face. That nigga looking like, when the fuck you coming back home?
Okay, get back here now.
Look, one day, this nigga looking like that.
Yeah, but I thought it was a good conversation, like because I guess from his perspective, it's like she has it all together. She knows how to deal with her better. She probably doesn't go through the things that he went through with her in this one day, and that
Right.
he's doing everything wrong. And she kind of was just like, man, that's how she be with me too. Like that's just what it is. Now you get to see what I'll be dealing with. So I thought that was
Listen,
good, and then he can give her his perspective as far as the music part of it. So they both kind of was able to lift each other up, so to speak.
right. It was so funny when he was like, "What happened when you get to 10?" I tried that counting shit. What
Right,
happened
and
when you get to 10? She was like, "Girl," she said, "Boy, I don't even get to 3."
right, exactly.
Melissa counted the rest of them numbers for him. I said, "Oh,
Okay, what?
Mm-hmm. Like what you supposed to do after that? Mm-mm-mm.
It was too funny for me. Okay, so are we almost done? I think we're almost done. Okay, so this whole thing and them getting back into the club and back into Lord AK space. Shout out to Jay Washington. I do watch him on YouTube or whatever. This the bouncer dude or whatever. And what I will say about Chastity is that she's a good learner. Like I
Oh, yeah,
feel like
absolutely.
she peeps the scene. She feels
Mm-hmm.
like she works the room. Feels like she's
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure out what works and what don't work or whatever. She got the girls back there. She was like, it's about to fill up. Let's go ahead and get back there.
Mm-hmm.
And then They didn't let her in, but she checked out this dude that was working VIP or whatever, somebody in his entourage.
Mm-hmm.
And she was working what he was doing, seeing what he wanted. And she goes
Mm-hmm.
out there and gets what he needs. And she was able to come back in there. I love that about Chastity. That hustle
Yes.
mentality, like that's
Mm-hmm.
not a God-given skill. I mean, that's not a regular skill that some people just got it. And I feel
Yeah.
like maybe she got it or maybe she learned it. She had the right teachers or whatever. But yeah. Let's get more into this whole colorism. Oh, wait. Oh God.
Shit,
I'm
I don't
trying
even
to
think it
get
was
through this.
colorism. I think this was just straight up racist. Because I mean, and
Girl.
even though I know technically
Come
you can't
on,
be
EJ,
racist,
talk about it.
I don't know. It's just like this whole thing just irritated me just because like I'm like, Shawna, you be doing too much. But in this particular scene, I just didn't feel like she was doing too much. Like you clearly could see what he was doing. And it's like everybody around her was just like acting like they were oblivious to it just because they wanted to get into this rapper's bust. And I'm like, are y'all that thirsty that y'all just going like is
Yeah.
this what we're doing now? And I'm just like I just couldn't get with it. And then I was like, and for the first time, she wasn't, and that's why I was saying that I didn't necessarily agree with how Chastity handled it, because I felt like Shawna wasn't like trying to call. I feel like somebody should have called it out, but it's not like she just went into it like she typically do. Usually she always looking for the stuff. Like she always looking for it, she always calling it out. But it was real blatant this time. And I'm just like, okay, like that stuff is real blatant what he's doing. We see what he's doing, but nobody seems to care about it. And then
Right.
she actually hands him his AWS, and then he get mad about it. Like you automatically said that this must be
It's an echo.
thing, y'all. Y'all hear the
Mm.
echo?
It's Echo.
Yeah. Okay. But I can't even remember what I said. Oh, I was gonna say that you automatically, to me, he was saying that women of color, y'all are not smart. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what he was saying. And I was like, well, I can't really be mad at her for wanting to call that out. And then Chastity give her that whole speech about the misogyny thing. And I'm just like, well, in this case, I agree with Shawna. Now, sometimes when she be doing the most, I'd be like, come on, girl, just, let that go for now. But this time I was like, he needed his ass whooped. It was uncalled for. He was doing too much.
It was blatant. It was very in your face, very blatant.
It's either you were saying that they were dumb, or I don't know which one I don't know which way it was going. I don't know if he was saying that the white girls just didn't know, like he just had to help them because they just want smart. And then he give the black women the
Hard
questions that
time.
he know that they might not necessarily know who killed Biggie. Don't nobody know who killed Biggie. Like, stop playing. Like that was a question that you knew couldn't be answered.
Right. Right. I agree. I agree. But
Yeah, I got it. I mean, I definitely saw the misogyny. He was already dismissive of her as soon as she came up and said, "Oh, I'm a fan," and this and that. But I felt like nobody wasn't saying nothing because they were comfortable with it. I think this was his regular routine that he does. I definitely don't think
right.
this was his first time, and more than likely, he's probably known for doing it. And they were that thirsty. They didn't care. They just wanted to be up there.
I agree.
So, I definitely, feel like she could say what she wanted to say with her daggone mouth. I thought he was out of line for what he did, regardless of what. But I think Chastity did have a point that we know, like I always say that I have a love-hate relationship with hip hop, and I'm not a performer that's doing hip hop. And one of the reasons why I have that is because that's known to be a part of a lot of the hip hop that has, been jamming out here for years. The misogyny, the hate, the colorism, all of that good stuff wrapped in sexist, whatever. All of it is wrapped up into a lot of the, hip hop Shenanigans,
Girl,
child.
Kendall, listen, when he doused her,
Yeah.
that shit was worse than Kiki dousing Letitia on Love and Merge Huntsville. Like, I mean, he was like, he shook it up and he like
Right.
dumped it on her.
And
But
not one
he didn't
person said
he didn't
anything.
even have a response. He couldn't even like everything she said was right, but he
Hmm.
felt like he had nothing else to do but that.
Yeah, because he
Yeah, because
felt
he tried
dumb.
to
He's
save
weak.
face.
That's a weak ass
Hmm.
nigga. Now. That's
It
a bitch
is.
ass nigga to me.
Hmm.
He tried to save face because he didn't expect her to know it because, like,
Hmm.
who actually know all the Wu Tang members? Well,
Right.
Right.
okay,
I
like that's
didn't even
what
know
his
it was
thought
that
process was.
damn many.
Hmm.
Okay, because it's a
I
lot of
probably would have beat him with that damn bottle if it was me, to be honest. Yeah, I ain't even see that Kendall put that, but yeah, he might have got knocked over the head, so he was lucky she just walked out and went on the bus. But
and then nobody
yeah,
try to say nothing. And like you said, it's
right.
probably because this is his MO all the time, and they just
Right.
do it.
That's what it is.
Yeah, he got a lot of yes men around him, and he got thirsty chicks that want to be with him, and I don't know why. Because I mean, what's the
And
feeling
he ain't
about that?
even the main. He ain't even the act. They trying to get on there
Right,
to see Lord, whatever his name is.
right.
I was like, he ain't even the dude. Like, come on now. Well, y'all like that's
Mm-mm.
just too much. He needed his behind woods.
Before
I didn't
we
like
Definitely.
get
how
out of
Chastity went
here,
back and got his contact info, but like you say, she an opportunist though, so she always gonna take advantage
Mm-hmm.
of the opportunity. So I
Oh
knew
yeah.
why she did it, but
right,
Mm-hmm.
right. Before we get out of here, I want to talk about this dude in the middle here because I feel like they kind of put the camera on him a lot. They kept on highlighting him a little bit, and I feel like that there's going to be some kind of story. This Bricks person that they threw the, they poured the drink out for, the whole you don't want mixed drugs and all this other
Mm-hmm.
stuff. I feel like we're going somewhere with that story, so I don't want to not address it. So let's just talk about it. I feel like the dude in the middle had like he might have got a little bit of the drug that Bricks got, but he didn't die because maybe he didn't take as much or he didn't, but it fucked him up. So I don't know what y'all think. Like I'm trying to figure out this whole thing because they mentioned Brick's name several times. They poured the drink out for him and they highlighted this dude quite a bit. So I wanted to not like a whole lot because we don't know a whole lot, but do you think that we're gonna go somewhere with this story? EJ.
I think typical Issa shows are pretty intentional sometimes. So I think it'll come back up at some point. I think she's pretty good about bringing things back if it's kind of put out there. I don't think that you know what I'm saying? Like, I think if it seems intentional. So I think
Okay.
we'll see it again somewhere.
Okay. Um, how do you feel about this boy? This the little boy. He feels like he's out of place, out of touch. He feel like something is wrong. Like he don't feel like he fits in. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely noticed them showing him a couple different times, and now that you're saying that with the bricks situation, I didn't even think of that. Maybe that's a possibility. At one point, I was like, "Well, is he getting sick? Is he about to pass out?" Because they just kind of showed him leaning over and saying, "I'm all right." When he was like, "All right, you got to get up or whatever," you know. And he's like, "No, I'm okay. I'm with it." And then at that point, that's when Shawna went over and they end up having their whole interaction. And I didn't see them show him anymore after that I could remember. But I definitely could see something coming back up with that.
Yeah, I
I don't
don't
even
know.
remember,
But
Kendall.
it's something to think about.
Yeah.
Something to think about. Now, this dude, girl, cutie on motherfucking duty. Okay, so Mia then met her a new cutie. His name is Courtney, y'all. It was very brief, but when I'm telling you, baby. I'm liking what he's serving, and I'm not a light skinned person. Like I like dark skin. Like all my people have been dark skinned, but baby, listen, what I'm talking, the shy Vic
Mhm.
Vic Mensa looking good, and I feel like he looking just like Vic Mensa to me. I'm like, girl,
That's
what
not
you
fair.
doing for real? But no, I'm more into the dark meat or whatever. But these little light skinned cuties be looking cute. Do you see us going somewhere with Mr. Courtney and Mia?
I don't know. Maybe I gotta see him if he pop back up again. Maybe, but I don't know. Not from just this one interaction. I don't know.
I think
Yeah,
he is.
I think Mia might just be, enjoying the moments. I would have to see more with him because we see that she had, the whole other message that she was looking at on the side before she
Right,
turned back to him.
Hmm.
And
right.
she was just ready to kiss up on Lamont again the other night. So it's like I think she's just kind of going with the flow right now. But
I don't know,
we
y'all.
don't
When I
know.
went
We
on
got to see because.
IMDb don't even have Mia's mother name.
Oh yeah, I saw that
When you
too.
go on IMDb, it say
Mhm.
Mia's mom. This
Mhm.
one it says Courtney, not
Mm.
somebody that just met up with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is gonna be something.
Yeah,
So
we'll see how it go because he definitely, seemed like he was saying what she liked,
right,
and
and
piquing her
threesomes,
interest.
not threesomes, but love triangles, not
Mhm.
threesomes.
Right.
Love triangles are very interesting because he um pulled away from her, so now she got somewhere to go, and then
Mhm.
now he probably want to pull back again once he sees somebody with her. That's how they always.
Mhm. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. I definitely can't wait to see how the rest of this season gonna play
Yeah,
out.
lady. So we got it all in. She's pissed. Shawna, you gonna have to step it up, baby. I don't know what you want
Mhm.
me to tell you, but listen,
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. How long they supposed to be on this tour?
you gotta
A
understand
month,
the
I think. Because that's
the
what she told her little girl she's gonna be gone for a month.
a month,
I
yeah.
don't think they gonna make it this month.
Ooh, you don't think they're gonna make it?
Mm-mm.
But it's gonna be interesting to see.
Oh man. So did you like the first episode more or the second episode more?
Mm.
And rate
They ran
them.
together for me. Like
Right.
because
It could have just
they
been
were
one
put out there at the
episode. Like
same.
why we got two episodes?
It was like it was like one big episode to me. So
Yeah, I enjoyed both of them. I'll
I
give
like the
them
first
like an
one the best.
8. I'll give them like an 8. I was cracking up. I was enjoying it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Even my partner was like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna watch this." They ain't see season one,
Oh wow.
and when they watched
Yeah,
it, they
some
were
people said they couldn't get into it though. All is subjective. Everybody don't like the same thing, but
like,
to
"Right,
me, the season 1 had me cracking up, and I was like, "Yeah, I can't wait for season 2." I was ready for
yeah."
it. So,
yeah,
Season one was good. Like I said, it turned me off with the screens and everything about screens and kind of like telling the story through
mhm,
a cell phone or through a
mhm,
computer and all that stuff.
yeah.
Like I didn't care for that.
I
But
think it was a great idea, but I think like you're saying that for a lot of people, especially when you think about I know what audience they're trying to get, but if you
mhm,
think about it, the audience that she's initially gonna get is that same audience from
insecure.
Insecure. You know what I'm saying? You
right,
got to think
yeah,
about the age range of a lot of that
Yeah.
audience,
mhm,
and when they're looking at it, they looking at this like, oh hell no, like you know what I'm saying, like
yeah,
because of the way that it is, and then you got to get used to it, and you got to get acclimated to it, and then
Hmm.
mhm,
if you don't look past it at first, like if you just don't keep going, you miss the opportunity, you miss how good the show really is because you
Right.
can't get past
yeah,
that part. So I think that it was a good idea that they pulled it back in
Yeah.
season season 2 as much
Right.
for that reasoning.
I
Although I
agree.
had got used to it at some point, I was just like, oh,
Yeah, I
this
started
is
getting used to it after a while too. It was like in the beginning, it was awkward. I was like, "Well, what the heck is going on here?" And just trying to fill it out in general because it is such a different,
Mm-hmm.
story completely than what we was used to on Insecure. So it was like, "Well, where we
Mhm.
gonna be going with this?" But once we started getting into it, I was like, "All right now."
Yeah. I thought the storyline was good, but I wanted to ask you guys, you remember in season 1, this is just a quick off off the cuff thing. When Mia got flued out,
hmm
do we exactly know what happened? I felt like something bad happened, but was there any kind of confirmation that I kind of missed?
You talking
Or
about in season 1?
yeah, season 1. You
I
remember
think
she
he had tried to attack her, right?
Yeah, he tried to
Yeah,
attack her, but he didn't actually.
yeah.
She was able to get. I can't remember exactly how she was able to get out, but he
but
didn't.
no, they I feel like they purposely
She tells the story later. She tells it
Yeah, I
to
do remember her
Shauna.
telling.
She
Now,
tells
was
the
she
oh,
story to.
telling the whole thing? I don't know, but the
I'm gonna
way
have to
she
watch it
said it,
again.
yeah,
Yeah, she tells the story to Shauna because she. I was like, how she get up out of there? Because that's what I'm trying to
yes,
figure out. Like,
that's what
what
I
happened?
wanted to know because that was so scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said
Okay.
something, but it was some kind of way she got up out of there. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, she gets out of there before anything actually
Okay.
happens.
And then she's talking about she about to get flued out again. So
Right.
I we didn't get into it because I didn't want to like drag it on because I feel like I can't touch on everything because I don't want to make the live too long. But there was a situation where the boy, the dude, um he jumped in her DMs. This dude right here, over here in the cell phone,
Mm-hmm.
he asked to fly her out.
Ain't that the dude from when the one she kind of let Lamont go for the one the
Right. Yeah.
that's him, the
Mm-hmm.
one that she meets at the end when
Yeah.
I can't think he like a rapper or something. He I think he a
Mm-hmm.
rapper or something.
Yes.
But that's him.
Mm-hmm.
They've been kind of kicking it. I guess they must have a
Mm-hmm.
casual thing, clearly.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
that's who that is. That's that dude. So
So she might be a little bit more safer than she
yeah, this
was
the
with
dude
the
that gave her the
Yeah.
money, remember, and all
Mm-hmm.
this stuff when she had to miss. I think she had to miss a show, and he ended up paying what
Right.
he. I forgot how it worked out, but he ended up giving
That's
her
why I
money.
was saying I think she just kind of and play in the field, I guess you would say, because I seen
Mhm.
when she got the message for him, but then she like looking back at homeboy like, nah, it's not about you right now. It's about this one that's standing next to me, and he's saying, something I like.
right.
So
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, we gonna see
Right.
what's gonna be happening.
Yeah. Kendall said she talked to
Yes,
Shauna about it, but they didn't really show what happened.
right. Yeah,
That's
that's what I
why I feel like
remembered.
I still
They
feel
didn't show a
confused.
visual of it. She just
Right.
told her
I
what
feel like
hmm
something bad happened. Honestly,
That's
I
how I
mean,
felt. It just was so like the way they left it, and then when she finally, broke down to Shauna, because that scared me. I was like, "Oh God, what happened?" Because I already thought that was just a crazy, situation to be in, and she ain't really know what was what with this guy to be meeting up with
yeah.
him. So, but
I
then
think
when
we're
she,
gonna revisit it in this season. You remember how P Valley was like really, really good and everything was like really compelling and stuff like that, but season 2 got even more.
hmm
Like I feel like we're gonna dive a little deeper, just like how we dived into Mississippi's
hmm
DV situation. I
hmm
feel like we're gonna dive into this situation because the mom, the alcoholism, the baby daddy, he
hmm
kind of iffy wishy-washy or whatever, and that whole situation that she dealt with. And I feel like we're going to get into some really serious. I hope if the writers are going the way I wanted to go, I feel like it'll be good. It'll be good.
Yeah,
But
we'll
everybody
see.
gave
And
it
I
like
wonder
an
if they're
A.
gonna get more into, Shauna's family. I don't know. And like I said, I'm definitely curious to see where they're gonna take it this season. I'm here for it
Yeah,
either
I'm
way.
here for it. I'm here for it. I wish Moochie was here.
Mhm.
I asked Tiffany Clements from the Spot Real
That's
Talk,
why, yeah.
and then also too I asked Struggle TV reviews, but y'all know she do her own reviews with
Mhm.
Brandon Avery or
Mhm.
whatever. So I don't know if she's gonna do it with us, but we'll be here every week, Sundays at 9 o'clock. Hopefully, I don't know if they're gonna be doing 2 episodes. If you're gonna drop 2 episodes, why not just do a whole hour
No, I
episode?
think a lot of these shows are dropping two shoots, sometimes even three. The first go around, and then it's like every episode after.
Okay.
So I'm not
I
too
hope
sure. I
so.
think
I
it's
hope
just
so.
gonna
Because
be
I don't
one.
want these slides to be that long.
Yeah, I think they just did it for like the first one.
Okay. Okay. Well, I
Hmm.
hope so. But I enjoyed talking to you girls. Ladies rather. EJ, let me know what you got coming up on your channel, what you already got, what you want people to know, and all that good stuff.
Um, yeah, we're just gonna be doing tomorrow. We'll be doing the finale of Power. Moochie, Tamika, and I will be, ending that. We'll be talking about that, and then,
Hello.
yeah, then we got, let's see what we got. We got Kingdom Business. Tamika and I are going to be talking about that tomorrow. I think Candy might come on too. So we're going to be talking about that tomorrow too. So we actually have two two lives tomorrow. So we're going to be doing that. And then we'll be talking about that every Monday. Now that Power is off, then of course, and then I think everything else is kind of gearing up for the next set of television, which, is our Power again. And then Black Hamptons is coming back out. That was a show that I covered. I like Black Hamptons, so I'm excited to see that come back. So that's about it, though.
Great. Make sure y'all go to our channel, like the channel, subscribe. It's an easy and free way to support all of our channels. Yeah, so Tamika, what's up, girl? Congratulations
Yes.
on
Yeah.
1,000 subscribers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like EJ said, what EJ said, we're gonna be doing that. We also have Thursday night with the movies, The Temptations on Thursday.
Hmm.
And then y'all already know I do Sisters, the Oval, Love at the Lockup. That's it.
Everything. Everything.
It's
Look,
gonna
I
be
don't
a
know how
busy
she do
week.
it. I'm gonna have to take a course and see what Tamika did is doing to get the job done, baby. What I'm trying
Hardest one
to
out here on this YouTube street, I'm telling you.
tell you. All right. Thank
Mm.
you guys. I appreciate you so much. Make sure you catch us back here 9:05, maybe 9:15. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna be prepared next time.
You good.
9:05 Eastern Standard Time. Is it Central Time for you, EJ, and
Mhm.
your
Yeah,
people?
I'm in Central Time, so it's
Central Time.
yeah, eight.
What is your time? Central Time.
It's 8:05 for me.
8:05. Okay, 9:05 Eastern. Um, 9:05 Eastern, 8:05 Central. And yeah, make sure y'all catch us back. We're gonna come back here because it looks like it's gonna be a good
Mhm.
time.
A lot of
I'm
stuff going
here,
down.
I'm invested, I am here and ready for it. So yeah, y'all. Check me out. I did some reality talk TV, Married to Medicine, Real Housewives of Potomac, um, Love and Marriage Huntsville, all those things, and Power. Just check me out. Turn on notifications, and we'll see you in the next one. Okay, y'all.
Peace.
Bye.